All right. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. No matter where you are in the world, we want to welcome you to the e-estate webinar presentation for this Wednesday, guys. We're absolutely excited about you being on the presentation with us today. We have some absolutely incredible information that we're going to share with you today that's going to allow you to participate in the real estate space in a way that you've probably never seen before. We're going to show you the fastest and the easiest way to get the passive cash flow in the real estate space, guys. So I hope you guys are ready for this. I hope you are ready to hear about the new era of real estate, because real estate is shifting and changing for the good, right? And we're offering access to everyday people so that they can now start earning passive income, guys. This is absolutely revolutionary. Now, my name is Anthony Deloach, and I'm so excited to be your host today. And I want to let you guys know up front that I'm not a financial advisor. I do not give financial advice, and nothing in this presentation should be considered any type of financial advice. But what I am going to do is I'm going to make sure that you have all the information that you need so that you can make an educated decision for yourself if you're ready to participate in this new wave of wealth, guys. So that's what we have. So I'm not going to waste any time. So without further ado, I wanted to introduce to some and present to others this incredible opportunity, this incredible company that's called eEstate. This is a new era of real estate. Now, every time I do a presentation, I like to share a little bit of information about myself because I believe that you should know why I'm actually even qualified to be presenting this information. And I also want you guys to understand the magnitude of my vision for the information that we're going to share today. Now, I have been in this space for a long time. They call me a passionate educator in the crypto and passive income space, and I share strategies with people and help them achieve wealth and their goals when it comes to passive income. But I want to tell you guys, I got started in this space over 20 years ago. And when I was introduced to the entrepreneurial and networking space, I was blown away because of the freedom that it was able to create for people, right? And what I love about freedom is that it allows us to live our life in the way that I believe God designed for us to live our life, right? And so I got excited about that because I wanted more freedom in my life. Is there anybody on the call right now that wants more freedom in their life right now? Let me see the hearts and hundreds and the reactions if you want more freedom in your life, right? Now, let me tell you, I went on this journey, and what I want you guys to know, it's not always an easy journey. Finding the right opportunities to find the right vehicles that's going to lead you to freedom. So I've seen the ups and downs. I've seen the successes and the failures. I've seen the wins and the losses, right? So I want to tell you guys that I have been through this journey. But here's the thing for me. I am so glad that I have found a way that now the average everyday person can participate in next level wealth creation, right? And I want to tell you that during my journey, I joined the bank, right? Because that's where money is. And when I joined the bank, I joined as a banker, and I worked my way up that corporate ladder until I became an executive at the bank because I wanted to learn the ins and outs of money and our financial system. And I did learn that. But here's the primary thing that I want to let you guys know that I learned. I learned that the bank is not the place to create wealth, right? Nobody is going to tell you that their savings account, their money market, or their CD has allowed them to become independently wealthy, right? So I said, look, if the bank's products and services are not set up to get you wealthy, what are they set up for? They're set up to make the bank money, right? So I want you guys to understand that as a principle right up front. But I took advantage of my position at the bank to be able to have some exclusive conversations with high net worth people in our private client group and also poor and middle class people. I had those conversations on a daily basis. But after having those conversations, let me tell you guys what I learned. I learned that rich and wealthy people and poor and middle class people aren't that different. The main difference between the two is their thought process or their mindset. See, I realized that wealth is really just a mindset. Rich and wealthy people just think differently. They're not better than anybody else. They think differently. And more importantly, they think differently about money. See, when I would talk to poor and middle class people, they were thinking the purpose of money is to pay bills and get them by just to survive, right? To make it in this world. But then when I would talk to rich and wealthy people, they said they understood the purpose of money to be to make them more money. So they were always looking for assets and investments to put their money in that would make more money for them. So they understood how to flip the script on money and make money work hard for them. And I said, ooh, that's a powerful key. And as I would look at the portfolios and I would look at the private financial statements, right? The personal financial statements for rich and wealthy people, here's what I realized, that every single one of them had one thing in common. They all had real estate in their portfolio. They all had assets, especially real estate assets. But here's the key. They had income producing real estate assets in their portfolio. And I said, ooh, you know what? One of the keys is to wealth is having income producing assets that will allow you to put your money to work for you. And so I said, man, this is what I need to help people with. But here's the problem that there was. This type of asset or investment wasn't available to the average everyday person. Why? And I'm going to explain why there was barriers of entry for the everyday average person in just a second. But at that time, I started looking into the thing. I said, well, where can we get involved and start creating wealth for ourselves? And I want to tell you that as I was started to do that journey and do that search and that quest to try to find ways to help the average everyday person take hold of their finances and create wealth, here's what happened. A divine moment happened. I had a gentleman come in the bank and he actually had a large deposit, over 7 figures. And when I did the due diligence as an executive on that deposit before he could make a withdrawal, this is what I found out. The way that he had that large deposit was because he had sold some Bitcoin. Now, at that time, I didn't know much about Bitcoin or cryptocurrency or anything like that, but I knew that if it produced something like that, a 7-figure deposit, that I needed to understand everything that I could about this thing called cryptocurrency. See, up until that point, everybody told me to stay away from it. Everybody told me it was a scam, it was a trend, it wasn't going to be around long. But here's what I realized, that most of the people that were telling me that, they didn't have 2 nickels to rub together. So why would I take their advice on a crypto coin that could change people's lives? And so I started to do my own due diligence. I decided I was not going to be susceptible to the negative influences of other people, and I was going to find out what this stuff was all about. And here's what I found, guys. Cryptocurrency was going to be the future of money. At that time, I realized, I said, man, this is where our financial space is going. So I'm going to learn everything that I can. But not only that, I'm going to do whatever I can to educate people on how to create income with this thing called cryptocurrency. Now, when I started, I didn't understand everything. I wasn't well educated myself. I went through my trials, right? Here's the first thing I tried. I tried trading. How many of you all have ever tried trading before? If you have, let me see those hearts and hundreds, right? I want to tell you, I tried trading. Here's what I had. Here's my phenomenal results with trading. I was able to turn $500 into $70 really quick. I think I was the fastest individual to able to do that, right? I turned $500 into $70 really quick. You probably say, Anthony, that's not the way it's supposed to go, right? And so I realized that. I was like, that's not how this is supposed to work. So I said, but I don't think this is a bad thing, right? I understand it's just not my thing. Wait a minute. That doesn't mean crypto is a bad thing. That trading is just not my thing. And so I said, well, you know what? I'm not going to give up on cryptocurrency because there has to be a way that people like myself can participate and still earn. And here's another divine moment that happened for me. A gentleman that I had done business with before posted on Facebook. He said, in my community, we're earning anywhere from $100 to $1,000 per day with this thing called cryptocurrency. And I said, wow, right? I said, this is exactly what I've been looking for. But I don't know if it's going to work. But you know what? I lost the other 430. I might as well throw this other $70 in there and give it a try, right? And so I did that. Here's what happened, guys. In less than 30 days, that $70 turned into over $7,000. I said, boom. I said, holy smokes, Batman, I found it. This is what it's all about right here, right? And I want to tell you guys that right there had me addicted to passive income through real estate. I mean, through cryptocurrency. So I said, well, you know what? If this happens this way, let me see if I can find multiple streams and ways that we can participate and make incredible income through cryptocurrency. And I did that. And guess what happened? In less than a year, guys, I was able to make enough income on a consistent basis that I was able to retire that six-figure job at the bank. See, the fact of the matter was that I was making over $26,000 per week at that time. And look, I'm not saying that to impress anybody. Some of you all on the call probably have better income than that. But the reason why I'm telling you that is because that opened my mind up to where this space could go. And here's the other reason why I'm telling you this story, and we're going to move on from here. But I'm telling you this story because I've been able to make millions of dollars from this space. All right. And even though I've been able to help people make millions of dollars from this space, I want you guys to understand that I believe truly with all of my heart that what we have our hands on right now, what I'm going to show you today, is the greatest things that I have laid my eyes on. And I will be able to help even more people create even more success with the opportunity that's before you right now. Now, look, you probably said, that's bold, Anthony. That's a bold statement. Why do you feel that way? Here's why. Because the opportunity at hand involves cryptocurrency, which is the future of money. That's one. Here's the second thing that it involves. It allows you to earn passive income, which creates real freedom in your life, right? Here's the third thing. It's backed by the world's largest real world asset. Guys, we have the perfect formula for massive success. And right now, we're in massive momentum because this is an incredible market shift that's at hand that's going to bless each and every one of us. If you're excited about being in the right place at the right time, let me see those hearts and hundreds, right? So I want you guys to understand right now, what we're doing is we're shrinking the wealth gap in real estate. What we're doing is we're allowing the everyday average person to be able to participate in real estate in a way that has never been accessible before. See, people were hedged out of the real estate space because of the fact that it required high capital. You needed to have a lot of money to get involved in the top tier real estate projects that would produce passive income. And if you didn't have a lot of money, then you would need it to have great credit so you could get access to the funds, right? And if you didn't have great credit, then you needed to have great connections so that they could put up the funds and hopefully they will allow you to participate in those deals, right? Here's another problem. In order for you to get involved in a lot of top tier real estate investment opportunities, you needed to be an accredited investor, and most people were not. And so this created a lack of access. This created a barrier of entry for the average everyday person. Also, here's one of the problems with traditional real estate, guys. Traditional real estate it is so slow. It's slow, right? And because most of the things involved with traditional real estate, most of the procedures, most of the processes are so antiquated and it takes so long. You can purchase a property now and it'll take you 30 to 60 days before you close sometimes. So much red tape, legalities, and bureaucracy that hold up the process, right? And then also capital appreciation can take years to happen, right? Before a property actually sells for you to realize your profits on a property. So I said, man, real estate needs to be brought into the new era. But how is this going to happen? Well, I'm glad that I get to present something incredible to you today because real estate is changing because of the power of tokenization. Now, you may have heard tokenization before, but not truly understood what tokenization is all about. But don't worry, that's why I'm here, because I'm going to share the information with you that's going to blow your mind and show you exactly what tokenization can do for our financial space, but more importantly, real estate. See, tokenization opens up access to real estate investments, enhancing liquidity and creating opportunities in a $16 trillion market. That's right. You heard me right. I'm talking about trillions with a T, not billions with the B. That would be great, but trillions with a T. Let me tell you what happens when trillions shift in the market. That means that there's going to be opportunities for people to become millionaires, billionaires, and in this case, even trillionaires, right? Look, guys, do not let this pass you by. I want you guys to pay close attention to the information that I'm going to share with you, because if you get this, you can leave this call independently wealthy. What do you mean? Yes, you're going to be in position to become independently wealthy. I want you guys to realize this. Now, if you don't believe me, let me show you some documentation, right? If you look on the screen right now, you see where it's talking about Trump's Maldives hotel will be a tokenized real estate project. Why is this important? Right? Because this is showing you that tokenization is hitting the mainstream. The president of the United States has a company and a project in the tokenized real estate project. If that's not proof of what's happening right now, I don't know what is going to be proof for you. But let's go a little bit further, right? What about the world's largest asset manager, BlackRock? What is the CEO of BlackRock saying right now? He's saying that tokenization could do for finance what early internet did for information. And if you think about it, guys, what did early internet do for information? It accelerated it. So instead of you having to wait days or weeks for snail mail, you can now, because of the power of early internet, send email, which means that it went from days into seconds. So think about those important documents that needed to be moved in finance even, right? They started, instead of them having to be sent and documented in the mail, they could be sent over email, and they shortened the process from days to seconds. That's phenomenal, right? But here's the other thing, guys. What it did is it democratized information. So instead of information being gatekept and hoarded in specific places, like you had information that was gathered into encyclopedias and dictionaries and physical books, right? And you had to wait until the 11 o'clock news, the 6 o'clock news to be briefed on information that was happening around the world, right? But what about the fact that the internet made information accessible to the masses, and now information was available for you at your fingertips, right? Where everybody had access to information in real time. So it put the power into the hands of the people. Do you know that there were so many people who became millionaires because of the power of the internet? So when Larry Fink says that that tokenization could do for finance what early internet did for information, it's going to speed up the process in finance, and it's going to open up opportunities for people to access the financial space that have never had the ability before. That's exactly what he means by this, right? Now, I want you guys to understand we're wrapping up 2025, but one of the major themes of 2026 is going to be real estate tokenization. This is going to be the new digital asset theme for 2026, guys, which this is amazing. And I also want to take a look at the global landscape, guys, because right now you're going to see on my screen that Saudi Arabia has already launched their national infrastructure for real estate tokenization. What? This is a global movement. Just in case you thought this was reserved for one individual area, no, this is a global movement at hand. But let's give you some more facts and figures. And you're wondering why I spend so much time on this, because I want you guys to see that documentation beats conversation. I could talk to you all day, but I'd rather show you the information. Even institutional investors are already ahead of the game, because recent surveys show that 80% of high net worth investors and 67% of institutional investors already invest in or plan to invest in tokenized assets. What does that mean? They already got the memo. They understand what's happening, and they're positioning themselves for this new wave of wealth. Guys, this is the new revolution of real estate. But let me tell you this, right? Here's what you got to understand. You got to understand the basic principles and fundamentals so that you can participate in the right way. And today, I'm going to tell you exactly what tokenization is. See, everybody else is going to try to make it complex. They're trying to shoot things over your head so you don't understand it, because they understand that a confused mind does nothing. So I'm going to clarify it, right? Because clarity increases speed. I want you guys to get clear on what tokenization is so you can speed up your process, so you can get access to these top tier properties through tokenization that are going to produce passive income for you. So what is tokenization? Tokenization is simply the process of converting real estate asset ownership into digital tokens on the blockchain, which enhances accessibility and liquidity. What happens is that you have more transparent transactions because of blockchain technology. See, blockchain is a digital ledger that's totally secure, totally transparent, and totally anonymous at the same time. So when you put real estate ownership on the blockchain, this means that you don't have anyone that's able to pull the veil over your eyes and hide different things away from you and send you money that they want to send you instead of what you should get. See, that's what happens in traditional real estate projects where they're saying, hey, we're going to send you this amount, but they're not being totally transparent. And they're not sending your money when you're supposed to. They're telling you it takes you 90 and 120 days for you to get your first payments and things like this. But no, not with this. We can actually speed up the process because we have more transparent transactions because they're programmed to work correctly on the blockchain. What does this mean? Better liquidity of real estate because now it's on the blockchain and now we're able to use fractional ownership to be able to fund projects. It makes traditionally illiquid assets liquid because now instead of you having to wait for capital appreciation to enjoy your profits, you can start enjoying your profits on a daily basis starting at day one. What? Yes, you actually get more liquidity of real estate because of tokenization. But here's the big thing, and here's why I get excited about this, because it opens up opportunities for modest investors. So instead of you needing tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, or even millions of dollars to get started in real estate space and actually being able to participate in top tier real estate projects, now the average everyday person can get their piece of the pie. This is the first time that top tier real estate has been open to the average everyday person. And that's why tokenization is revolutionary. But there's one platform that's standing out amongst the rest when it comes to letting you play in this space as well, letting you get involved in top tier real estate projects. And that platform and that company is eEstate. See, eEstate is combining cutting edge technology with accessible investment opportunities. But here's the kicker, guys. They're opening it up for everyone, right? Because this company has taken the barrier of entry for you to get involved in top tier real estate properties down to $10. What? $10. So here's what I love to tell people. We may have competitors in this space, but the truth is we have no competition. I hope you guys are hearing what I'm saying right now, right? I hope you guys are understanding why this is so powerful. Now, what I'm going to do is play a short video from the company that gives you a basic understanding of why this company stands out from the rest. So I want you guys to listen to this quick video. It's only 1 minute and 30 seconds, and then we're going to move on after this, all right? So turn up the volume on your devices and listen to the information in this video.
The future of real estate investment starts here. The real estate market is long overdue for change. High entry costs, low liquidity, bureaucracy, and hidden fees have made traditional property investment complex and inaccessible. eEstate is redefining the industry. Through EST, Estate Token, we enable seamless property ownership, investment, and income generation. Real assets are tokenized on the Binance Smart Chain, ensuring full transparency, security, and a stable source of income. Every asset undergoes AI-driven analysis, legal verification, and expert evaluation, guaranteeing capital protection. eEstate is not just a platform, it's the new standard in real estate investment.
I love the way they wrap that short video up. Hopefully you guys saw all the things that go into the properties here with eEstate. But I want to tell you guys, right? And I got some new information I'm going to share with you guys in just a second. So I want you guys to lock in with me, all right? But what I love about this is that this is the new standard of real estate investment. And in fact, eEstate is raising this standard when it comes to real estate investment here. There are companies that are watching what eEstate is doing and they're trying to do it the same way, but they can't because eEstate has a proprietary system that makes this so successful. Let me tell you how our system works. What we have here are real verified real estate assets, real properties that you can actually participate in. All of our properties are properly insured and protected by insurance. They're all tokenized assets and they're audited. They undergo a thorough auditing process, which makes sure that these properties fit in our portfolio perfectly so that you can earn consistent passive income without worry, right? The other thing is that our company is LEI verified, which means this is a process for it's a legal entity identification for companies in financial transactions, right? And our company is building one of the largest tokenization communities that's ever existed. Even in just 5 months, we had over 7,500 members in our community, and it just continues to grow even bigger and bigger, guys. And that's what we're excited about, having a supportive community that everyone can actually participate in. Now, if you're worried about compliance and verification, the company has already taken measures to make sure that they're compliant with Financial Action Task Force standards and also anti-money laundering standards and LEI legal entity identifier standards as well. So the company is completely compliant and verified. All right. So you don't have to worry about that. But what we also have here, guys, we have real properties in major cities. And this is just a sample of some of the properties that are in our portfolio. One, we have a commercial property that's in Phoenix, Arizona, that has long-standing retail tenants that you are able to earn consistent passive income from. But we also have a luxury villa. That's an $8 million luxury villa that's located in Bel Air in the Beverly Glen area that offers high-end passive income that you could participate in also. But then we also have a downtown apartment in Seattle, Washington that you can own a share of that's consistently booked out because it's just the right property in the right place in the right part of town, right? And that's something that I love about our platform, is that they're able to find the right properties for us to participate in. But here's another thing, guys, I want to share with you all. Our company has also acquired another property that's located in Miami, one of the most bustling parts of Miami, one of the most attractive parts of Miami, which is the Brickell area, right? And this apartment is $1 million apartment that's located in Icon Brickell, which just happens to be the residential side of the W Hotel there. So popular. I was just there about a month ago. And let me tell you guys, this is one of my favorite areas of this. But when I saw the views from this building, the views from this property, guys, this is absolutely amazing. It's actually breathtaking to see the views of the bay and everything from this property, right? But I want you to see it for yourself. So what I'm going to do is play a quick video that was done by our co-founder, Mike Hamilton, who's the head of Eli Property. This is just one of the companies that came together to launch this e-estate platform, right? And he has over 50 years of experience in the real estate space. And what he does is he's one of the people that goes out and helps acquire the different properties that we actually get to participate in on this platform. So I want you guys to watch this quick video with me, showing this beautiful property that we have in Miami.
All right, step inside. I'm about to show you one of the most impressive units in all of Miami. This is the 39th floor of Icon Brickell, the residential side of the W Hotel. And yes, it's as luxurious as it looks. 2 bedrooms, 2 full bathrooms, high ceilings, open layout, floor-to-ceiling windows with jaw-dropping views of both the bay and the skyline. Most people pay millions for this kind of lifestyle, but with e-estate, you don't need millions. You can invest any amount that fits your budget. Want to buy the entire unit? Go ahead. Prefer to own a small share? That works too. Either way, you'll earn just like everyone else based on your share, same system, same income model, total flexibility. This apartment is fully furnished, newly renovated, and ready for business. It's designed exclusively for short-term rental, like Airbnb or Booking. That means daily income, starting from day one. King-size beds, room for 4, and this is what you wake up to every morning. It's not just real estate, it's a lifestyle asset that pays you back. Everything here is optimized for comfort and cash flow. And the best part? You don't manage anything, we do it all for you. You just buy EST tokens and you start earning legally, transparently, worldwide. This is not a concept, It's happening right now. This is e-estate, the new way to own real estate.
I love it. I love the way he wraps that video up because he said this is e-estate, the new way to own real estate. But something else that stands out to me in that video is that he said this is not just real estate. This is a lifestyle asset that pays you back, right? And that's what I want to focus on right now because here's what I've learned, right? Remember I told you earlier, rich and wealthy people, they had real estate in their portfolio. All the rich and wealthy people that I talked to, everyone that has a significant amount of wealth has real estate in their portfolio, right? But they not only have real estate, they have income producing real estate properties, income producing real estate assets. Here's why, because income follows assets. I want you guys to write that in your notes. IPA, income producing assets, but I want you to write income follows assets. See, where poor and middle class people, when they want to earn more money, one of the things that they think they need to do is to go out, they need to work harder, they need to work more hours, or they need to go get another job. They think that that's what is going to earn them more money. But now that's okay. That's a way to play, right? But rich and wealthy people play a different game. They say, look, when I need to make more money, I go and find and acquire and stack more assets that produce more income for me. Right? That puts them in control of the income production. But remember I said before, you were out, you couldn't play in this space, right? It was hard because you needed a lot of capital. You said, Anthony, I need to make money. I can't come up with $100,000 to get in and get involved in a real estate project just to get some passive income, right? But now you don't have to. But through e-estate, you get to participate in our two-phase income model. If you're ready to me to show you how this big money is made, let me see the hearts and hundreds in the chat. Not in the chat, on the reactions, right? On the reactions, let me see the hearts and hundreds, right? So let's go. What we're going to do is show you this two-phase income model. If you're taking notes, I need you guys to take these notes right now. Here's what I want you to write down. Two phases, right? So we have two phases. The first phase, phase one, it lasts for 18 months. So write that in your notes, 18 months. During that 18-month phase, you're going to be paid daily profits Monday through Friday. Put that in your notes. Make that sure you understand. Monday through Friday. So during that 18-month phase where you're getting paid daily, Monday through Friday, you're going to be in position to earn anywhere from 6 to 20% per month based on the property that you're participating in. What? Yes, 6 to 20% per month. Now, I want to tell you, if we only had phase one, this would be absolutely phenomenal and people would be flocking to our platform because that's amazing in itself. But it doesn't stop there. Once after phase one is over, after the 18 months, you actually enter what we call the passive phase, right? And that's where you're going to enter phase two, where you earn 10% annually for the lifetime of the property. Yes, you earn 10% annually based on the amount that you actually participate in the platform, your share of ownership, and you're going to earn 10% annually for the lifetime of the property. Now, what does that mean? That means as long as the property is in the company's portfolio, that you're going to continue to earn from this. This is long-term, or what I call legacy style wealth creation, right? Because you don't get to earn income just for a short time. You get to earn income for a long time, right? Now, let me tell you how this works right here. So if the company decides that they're going to sell the property for whatever reason, here's what's so powerful about this, that they come back and they purchase your tokens back from you again. So hold on, what do you mean? So you get to purchase your share of ownership through tokenization. You purchase the tokens that represent your share of ownership in the property. You're going to earn passive income starting from day one, you in phase one, and then you move into phase two. And if the company decides that they want to sell the property, you actually get to benefit by getting your initial capital back because they purchased the tokens back from you. What? Now, even though they're purchasing the tokens back from you, this means, right, that you get to keep all the profit that you've earned up until this point. Let me give you an example. Our Phoenix, Arizona property starts at $10,270 for you to get a share of ownership in that property, right? So during the 18-month phase, you earn over $30,000 from that property. With a minimum share of $10,270 in 18 months, you're going to earn over $30,000. How many of you all think that's incredible? Just in the 18-month phase, right? If you think that's incredible, let me see the hearts and hundreds really quick. That's amazing. You're not going to find many real estate assets that will allow you to earn that way, right? But here's the next thing, guys. I want you guys to get this. You're going to be able to earn 10% annually for the lifetime of the property after that. And if the company sells the asset, they're going to give you your $10,270 back. Game changer. This is why we're creating new standards in real estate. This is why, right? But let me show you something, guys. I want to show you how this compares to traditional real estate. Yeah, I want to show you how this compares to traditional real estate opportunities really quick. Now I got to get signed in. So I'm going to stop share for just a second because I got to get signed into my back office so I can show you guys this. But look, keep those hearts and hundreds going. Keep those. Let's see the big energy as I pull up my back office because I'm going to show you in real time how this thing works, guys. I'm going to show you some information today that's going to blow you away, guys. We are in the right place at the right time. And I'm telling you this morning, you're getting the right information. This is one of those conversations that can change your compensation. I want you guys to realize, right? Here's something. I saw this. I showed my wife this morning, right? That one of my quotes has made it mainstream. Now, I'm not saying I was the originator of the quote. I can't remember where I got it from, but I'm one of the main users of the quote. And I saw it on the mainstream, right? And here's one of the secrets, guys. Money talks, but wealth whispers. I want somebody to write that in your notes right now. Money talks, but wealth whispers. Now, they weren't using that in the same way that I used that quote, right? But I want to tell you guys that this means that a lot of times people will talk to you about money, but they will never share principles of wealth with you. The real principles of wealth are not broadcast to the world so the average everyday person can actually participate, right? The real see that's why wealth was whispered. You know what wealth is normally whispered? In those executive offices, at those wealthy dinner tables, on the golf courses, and exclusive places where most people don't have access to. But here's one of the most greatest things I could tell you. Today on this call, wealth is now being whispered. Because now the game is being broken down where you can participate. All right? Now, I'm going to do an apples to apples comparison of a traditional real estate project in Miami to our real estate property in Miami. Now, here's a property that was brought to me. It's through Skygate Growth Strategies, right? Now, this is a traditional opportunity that's now being open to individual investors. This usually is only open to institutional investors. But now they're opening it to individual investors. Now, here's the thing. In order to get involved with this, you have to already be an accredited investor. If you're not an accredited investor, you can't get access to this. So this is exclusive access. Now, they're building the Miami Mercedes-Benz apartments, right? And they're doing this through JDS Development, right? So now this is a large-scale institutional quality project here. Right now, in order for you to get involved with this, you have to have at least $100,000. Now, if you have the $100,000, this means that you're going to be able to participate in 8% annual distributions. So this means that you will earn 8% per year at $100,000. That means that you will earn $8,000 a year off of this property. Now, I know a lot of you all say, Anthony, it doesn't seem that bad to me. $8,000 a year, my money is working for me, right? Now, they even want you to have consistent passive income, so they'll break that $8,000 a year down into monthly payments and pay it out to you monthly so you have consistent passive income. Now, over the term of 4 years, that you will earn about 32% off of this, right? And so they're saying this is pretty good. They're promoting this. This is on their website. They're doing ads. People are getting excited about being involved with this. But they're only getting excited about that because they don't understand what we have available. They're not aware that there's something better that's out here. Let me introduce you to the E-Estate Miami property. Now, you don't have to be an accredited investor to get involved with this property. You don't have to have $100,000 to get involved with this property. You can get started with this property for as little as $10. So the average everyday person can participate in this property. Now, let me tell you something though, right? I want to compare this apples to apples. So I'm going to put $100,000 in here. Don't think that you have to do $100,000, but I want to show you the exact comparison to this property and that property. If you put $100,000 over here, it's going to qualify you for $420 projected payout per day. What? You're projected to earn $420 per day, Monday through Friday, which is equivalent to $8,820 per month, which is equivalent to $105,000 in a year. So you can choose to get involved with as an accredited investor with Skygate Growth Strategies with $100,000 and earn $8,000 a year, or you can get involved with eEstate and a platform that gives access to everyone, and you can earn $8,000, over $8,000 in your first month. If you think eEstate is better, right? I want you to drop some hearts and hundreds in the reactions. Hearts and hundreds. Guys, I got excited about this because in that Skygate Growth property, this Skygate Growth Strategies, you know what? It takes you about 10 to 11 years to break even. But in our apartment here, it would take you about 11 months. So it's changing the game, guys. However you look at it, this right here is revolutionary. But here's also what I want you guys to know. Hold on, guys. I want you to understand this. This is the lowest performing property in our portfolio. What? Our lowest performing property is outshining their top tier opportunity over there. So guys, what I want you to understand is that it's not a cliche when I say that we are in the right place at the right time. Now, we don't just have this Miami property. We got this. Remember I telling you the Seattle, Washington apartments? This starts at $117 for you to get a share of it. But not only that, we have a lakefront property here that's in Lakeside, Oregon. It starts at $250 for you to get a share of it. It's going to produce consistent passive income for you. Guys, this is so amazing. But I got something new that I want to share for you. Do you guys? Oh, I'm not sharing my screen. I'm glad you guys said it. My bad. I wasn't sharing my screen. All right. Thank you. Boom. Now the screen is there. All right. Now we have the screen share. So I'm not gonna go over all that again, but we're gonna go from there. So here is our lakefront property, right? So I want you guys to get this really quick. Our lakefront property right here. How many of y'all? I want to share some new information with you. Y'all ready for some new information? Let me see the hearts and hundreds. You can see my screen. Y'all ready for some new information? Hearts and hundreds really quick. Let me see it. Let me see it. Who's ready? I'm about to blow your mind. I'm about to show you next level transparency. Next level transparency for our properties. You probably never seen this with any other opportunity. This is your first time seeing this. Let me break down the lakeside property here for you. And what I'm going to show you guys is the actual breakdown and transparent asset report. This is the property disclosure. How many of you all, I'm talking to the eEstate agents. You've had somebody ask you, say, hey, look, I want to see all the detailed information on the properties. Show me some of the information on the properties, right? What I want to show you right now is that we have more detailed information than ever before. Let me break it down for you. This is the first time this is being seen anywhere right now, guys. And this is going to be readily available to the agents so you can share with people. The lakeside property, let me show you guys what we have access to here. Here is some of the information. We got the overview and scope of this report. It's talking about this lake house, giving you every bit of information about this property, right? It's telling you the overview of this property. Here are some of the key property facts. It's telling you when the property was built. This property was built in 2007. It's a 2-story property. The foundation is crawl space. The style is contemporary. The square footage is there. The main level square footage is there. The garage is a two-car attached garage. There's a dock and walk access to the walk-in access, and there's lake access here, right? That you can walk straight from the house property to the lake. It's on, look, the total land size is 13.3 acres. It's 3 bedrooms, 3 baths. This is the snapshot of this asset here, guys. Next level transparency, but it keeps on going. This is the land access and environmental overview that we have access to, right? The land data, the waterfront, the direct waterfront access, everything here, the environment access. What? What about the short-term rental performance overview? Have you ever wondered what the short-term rental performance look like for a property? Now we have this, guys, where it shows the average daily rate is $950. The estimated annual occupancy is 67 to 75%. The projected annual rental revenue is 208,000 to 260,000, right? Now we have all of the information right here. Here's the peak season, the shoulder season, and the annual estimate that we have access to here. Next level documentation. But we also have the property ownership information right here. The registered title holder is Eli Property Group, the asset management and oversight entity. We have all the information, right? We understand what all the information about Eli Property Group here. Next thing that we have, the asset evaluation model. We have the participation structure and investment terms. We have the redemption and liquidity and token retirement process. We also have the tokenization summary here. It's the valuation is the verified valuation is $1 million. The total supply is 100,000 EST. The initial value is one token is $10, as you guys know with our platform. The minimum entry is 25 EST, means it's $250. All the information is broken out in a very professional way. It even covers the investment approach, the client access, the performance focus, the data and due diligence that's done on the property. How the investment framework is applied in practice. It shares that information. We have the disclosure and asset report here. Next level verification and documentation. But let's take it even further. How about the public records for the property? Hold on. Look, I don't think I need to see the hearts and hundreds. Do you guys understand what they have just done? They just changed the game and gave us access to next level information. Public record documentation. Public record documentation. This is what we have. All the information. The tax account history. What? You mean they even giving us tax account history? The improvement summary. All the information is at our fingertips. They're working on this for all the properties for estate. Guys, the game has officially been changed. Estate, once again, has shown up big time and created an opportunity for us to go to the next level. If you guys have been holding back, if you guys have been waiting to say, hey, look, should I go all the way in with this? Should I double down on this? Right now, today, you just got the information that you need. Right now, today, we've just given you that information. Guys, this is a next level opportunity, and I hope you guys understand what you have your hands on right now. And with that being said, I'm going to move into how you get started. All you have to do is share is to get the link from the person who invited you. If you aren't already enrolled yet, you can get enrolled today and go through your verification process and get verified on our platform. Then what you could do is browse the properties on our platform, find the one that's right for you, that meets your capital that you have available, and also the passive income that you want to earn. Then all you have to do is fund your account, right? Once you find that property, you can fund your account with 32 different crypto tokens, guys. We're even having an education session today that's going to tell you how to purchase crypto. It's done by one of the world's what I believe is the world's most prolific crypto educator, Brandon Ivy, is doing that at 3 p.m. today, right? He's giving you the breakdown in the game on how to acquire cryptocurrency if you don't know how to do that yet. So there's no excuses anymore, right? We also have the ability once you actually fund your account, then you can actually go ahead and purchase your share of the property. You're going to get access to your tokens on the Binance Smart Chain, and you're also going to get a contract that's automatically executed between you and eEstate that represents your share of ownership in the property. But here's the next thing, guys. Every contract on our platform also includes asset inheritance. So in case something happens to you, you can pass this on to a loved one. That has officially shifted this into not only passive income, but this is now a legacy wealth asset, which means that this is going to allow you to position your family for generational wealth. Guys, we have a next level opportunity. But here's what I want to share with you all. And I only spend 10 minutes on this because this is totally optional. If you see what we have as an incredible passive income opportunity, then you probably are going to want to know about this opportunity for you to become a digital real estate agent. Because this is an opportunity that's only available because of this shift in tokenized real estate. But what I want you to know is that eEstate is the only platform that's allowing you to participate in this way. No other platform is allowing you to participate like this, guys. This is a very unique opportunity. Now, if you want to become a digital real estate agent and be able to share the properties that are available on our platform, you can do that. All you have to do is purchase a licensed subscription from the ARDR, and that's already in our back office. You do have to become a licensed certified digital real estate agent through the ARDR, which is the International Association of Real Digital Realtors. Once you do that, now it's only $9 per month to get access. You only have to pay your first month of $9, right? If you want to do that. If you want to pay for the whole year up front, you could do that. They give you a little discount, so you could do that at $90. But if you just want to start with $9 to get your feet wet, you could do that. Now, you do have to do an online application and then sign an agreement with the company saying that you're going to abide by the code of conduct that the company has. But once you do that, you're going to get, and you get approved by the company, you're going to get access to the platform and the property so you can share with the people that you love and care about, or anybody that you wish, actually, right? Now, when you share this with someone and they decide that they want to purchase their own share of ownership in a property, if you directly refer them, you're going to start earning a commission. If you directly refer them, you're going to earn 6% on every property share that is actually sold through that you directly sell through your organization. So what does that mean? If somebody comes in and they purchase a share of a property at $1,000, you're going to earn $60 right up front. It's dropped directly in your wallet. You don't have to wait 30 to 60 days for a closing or anything. It's immediate. If they purchase a $10,000 share of a property, then you're going to earn $600 right up front, drop right into your wallet. It's available to you immediately. If you decide that you want to go ahead and if that person decides they're going to purchase a $100,000 share of a property, you're going to earn 6% upfront, which will be $6,000 dropped right into your back office immediately for you to withdraw. Remember I said that tokenization is speeding up the processes in real estate? That's exactly what it's doing. We're talking about a right now opportunity that pays right now money. All right. Now, here's the next thing. Not only can you build your own real estate portfolio over here, the company allows you to build your own real estate empire. You know how you can do that? By enrolling other agents in your organization. And as you do that, if they decide that they want to enroll and they start closing their own deals, you're going to get compensated off of those deals as well. You know how you're going to get compensated? When those deals close on your levels 2 through level 5, you're going to earn 2% on all the deals on those levels. Okay, how about when those deals close on your level 6 through your level 8? You're going to earn 1% off of all the deals that close on those levels. This allows you to actually allow your network to increase your net worth because now you're earning even when you're not the one performing. That is powerful right there, right? J. Paul Getty said, I would rather earn off of the efforts of 100 men than 100% off of my own efforts. Why? Because he understood the power of building wealth through networks. All right. Now, here's the next thing. It doesn't stop there. You also get access to profit commission because all of our properties pay out passive income. The company says we'll allow you to participate in commission from that passive income once you hit agent level 4. Now, agent level 4 actually just means that you have $25,000 of qualified digital real estate sales in your organization. Once you hit agent level 4, you're going to be able to earn 5% matching commission on all the passive income that's being paid out on your first level. So that means if there's $1,000 of passive income being paid out on your first level, that you'll earn $50 a day. If there's $2,000 a day being paid out, then you're going to earn $100 a day. If there's $10,000 being paid out through your organization on your level one, then you will earn $500 per day. That's a game changer. Do you know right here that you also get access to get passive income paid on your levels 2 through 5 as well? On levels 2 and 3, you're going to get 2%. Once you qualify for those, on levels 4 and 5, you're going to get 1% daily off of all the passive income paid out on those levels. And if I share with you an example, our top agent right now, if he doesn't grow anymore, he will already earn over $200,000 a year just off of this profit commission that's being paid out right here. Not including the deal commission or any other bonuses, he would make over $200,000 a year. Guys, this is just amazing. And he was able to do that in just 5 months. But let me tell you how you can build your career over here with eEstate, because everybody starts their career at agent level 0, but you're able to build your way up to agent level 10, right? Now, here's how you do this. It's based on turnover and not people. So you don't have to be a huge recruiter to benefit from your building a career over here. All you have to do is bring in the volume, digital real estate sales, and turnover, right? So how does this work? As an agent, here's how you're going to earn turnover. First way you're going to earn turnover here is by your own personal purchases. So if you come in, you purchase $500 share of a property as a digital real estate agent, that's going to qualify you for agent level 1 right out the door. If you purchase $3,000, that's going to qualify you for agent level 2 right out the door. If you purchase $10,000, that's going to qualify you for agent level 3 right out the door. And you get to earn all of these bonuses that's associated for those level qualifications, right? If you purchase $25,000, that's going to automatically qualify you for agent level 4. Now, I know some of you are saying, like, Anthony, I don't have that type of capital to get started. But look, you don't have to have that type of capital. Maybe you're able just to share this with other people. And those, the purchases from your clients, the purchases from the agents and their clients, all of that is going to count towards your agent turnover here, right? So your personal investments count 100% towards this turnover. Your first level purchases, right? They're going to actually count 80% towards this turnover. Your second level purchases count 40% towards this turnover. Your third level is 20%. Your fourth level is 10%. And your levels 5 through 8 is 5%. Now, as you continue, as all of that comes together, you're going to eventually reach agent level 10 if you keep growing, right? So once you get to agent level 10 or whatever level that you achieve, you don't have to worry about going back and qualifying for that level. Once you hit that level, you get to keep that designation. So at agent level 10, this means that you have over $1 million of qualified digital real estate sales in your organization. The company is going to pay you 10,000 e-tokens, which allows you to participate in our reward system, but you're also going to get $10,000 cash that's immediately paid out to you. $10,000 in cash that's paid out to you that you can use to withdraw to your wallet to do whatever you want to with, or you can use to purchase more property in your real estate portfolio. No matter what you want to do with that, you can. But here's the greatest thing. Once you hit agent level 10, this bonus table reset. So you earn all of these bonuses over again. So you have an indefinite cycle of bonuses that you get to earn from in this compensation, right? That's how incredible this is. Now, just in case you guys were wondering, is this thing absolutely blowing up right now? Is this working? Yes, it's working better than anything else that I've seen. Our top agent right now is already at agent level 9 on the way to agent level 10, but I think he's still on the call with us right now. He goes by Crypto Mason. His real name is Martin McLean, but he is absolutely crushing it right now. He's already achieved agent level 9. Let me see some hearts and hundreds for Martin McLean, rocking it and paving the way for all of us, right? This gentleman is making some phenomenal income, but here's the greatest part, guys. He's making phenomenal impact, right? But not only is it the top agent that's making progress. We have people all throughout our community that's making huge progress. And I want to just share with you some of the people that's reached agent level 4 and above. Now, I don't have her picture up here, but one of our newest agent level 4s is Deanna. Deanna, I believe I saw her on the call. I'm not sure, but she just achieved that yesterday. We celebrated her yesterday. Agent level 4 is done for her. She's making massive moves in this space. So let's see the hearts 100 for her. But not only Deanna, we have CJ, right? CJ Jackson, who's already achieved agent level 4. We got D Washington, already achieved agent level 4. I think I saw CY that's on the call right now, who's already achieved agent level 4. We have Lynn Hamilton, who's traveling right now, but she's already achieved not 5. That's what's on the screen, but she's already achieved agent level 6. And there's Richard Acuff, right? He's already achieved agent level 5. I was just talking to Richard this morning, and he's achieved agent level 5 before we have even done his first launch call. We're actually doing his first launch call this Monday, and he's already at agent level 5. That's how phenomenal this opportunity is. But we also have Maurice Jenkins, who is absolutely crushing it, already achieved agent level 6. And last but not least, I've been out here sharing this, doing presentations on a consistent basis, and I've already hit agent level 9, and I'm already at 90% of, agent level 7. I'm already at 90% of agent level 8. I'm at 7 at 90% of agent level 8. So probably within the next week, you guys are going to see some phenomenal things that are going to come through. You're going to see that announcement of the agent level 8. And I just share with that, not to impress you guys, but to impress upon you that we have one of the greatest opportunities here for you to get involved with. And I hope you guys understand the magnitude of the information that you just heard, right? If you're excited about all that's available, no matter if you want to participate in the passive income through real estate, or you want to participate in a greater way by becoming a digital real estate agent, if you're excited about the opportunity that's before you right now, let me see the hearts and hundreds really quick. Let me see all of those hearts and hundreds really quick. There you go. I love it. I'm so glad that you guys are excited, and I'm so glad that you guys are on the call today and here to see this information and everything that I just shared with you all, right? But here's what I want to tell you, right? Here's what I know. There's going to be some people that hear about tokenization right now, and they're going to look back on this and they're going to say, yeah, I heard about that. I thought that was going to be big, but you know what? I was too skeptical to take action on it. And that's okay. If that's you, we're not knocking it. All of us have done it before. But there's going to be another sector of people who are going to say, they're going to look back on this moment right now. They're going to say, and they're going to see what tokenization is by the time we hit the end of 2026, 2027, 2028. And they're going to look back and they'll say, you know what? I'm glad I heard about that early, because it's changed my life forever. And I'm so glad I took action on something that I saw that could potentially change my life. I want to tell you guys that there's a lot of people who are looking back on things now that they knew they should have done. They say, I should do that. I should do this. I should go out. I should, and they should all over themselves. Don't be a person that shoulds all over yourself. Be a person that takes action and say, I did. Be a person that takes action and says, I am. Be a person that moves from try, I'm going to try, and then say, I'm going to do. Right? That's for you. I'm not trying to convince or persuade you. But I want you guys to understand the magnitude of what's at hand right now. All right? So that's the deal. You guys know I can't leave this presentation without blessing somebody today. I'm blessed to be a blessing, right? And I put that to action. I don't just say it. I put that to action, right? And I want to tell you that's a secret to success. That's actually a wealth principle that I learned from a 8-figure earner. He told me, givers gain, right? He said, sow where you want to grow, and you sow to stay in the flow. And guys, I want to tell you this flow is next level. All right. So here's what I want to do. You guys, if you've been on my calls before, you understand how I do this, right? So what I want right now is for all the people who are brand new, who have not purchased a property with eState as of yet. I want you to drop a 1 in the chat right now. I need you to just drop a 1 in the chat. I need you to do this really quick. Success loves speed. Do that for me really quick. Drop a 1 in the chat for me. Let me see those ones dropping right now. If you have not purchased a first share of property, there you go. Crypto Mason even dropped his 1 in there. I love it. So look, here's how we have this, right? 1 in the chat. Everybody that's brand new, have not purchased a share of a property yet. Nice. All right. So I think we got them. Going once, going twice. All right, we got it. Here's what I want you to do. If you drop the 1 in the chat, I want you to participate in this giveaway. The way I do my giveaways is I ask a question from the presentation. And the first person to drop the correct answer in the chat is going to be the winner. And what we'll do is have you enroll with the person who invited you. And then we'll transfer some funds over to your account so that you can purchase a share of our Miami property. All right. That's what we do. All right. So guys, let's get ready. Get your fingers ready so you can drop the correct answer in the chat, right? Since we did a lot of information on our lake house property, what is the starting point for the lake house property on our platform? What is the starting amount for you to get a share of the lake house property? Bonita was right there paying attention. She got it up front. I love it. I love it. And I believe, Bonita, if I'm not mistaken, did G-Boss invite you onto the presentation today? Did G-Boss invite you on the presentation? Awesome, Bonita. This is incredible. Thank you so much for being on, right? You are the winner today. So get with G-Boss. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and enroll, set up your account, get verified on the platform. So once you do that, G-Boss knows exactly how to get in contact with me. So he'll go ahead and reach out to me, and what we'll do is we'll send funds over to your account. All he needs, G-Boss, if I think I saw you on, all you would need to do is send me her email address. Send me Bonita's email address, and then I will send the funds over to her account so that she can go ahead and purchase a share of that Miami property right there. We just made someone a new tokenized real estate owner today, guys. We're doing this on a daily basis. Where else are we doing this and blessing people? Are people being blessed in this way? This is letting you know that this is a real movement that we have going on right now, right? So, guys, that's phenomenal there, right? This is phenomenal information. But here's what I want you guys to do. So this information that I shared on the lake house property is going to be disseminated very soon so that you guys can have that, dive into it, look at all the information for yourself and everything. But I want to get a quick pulse of the community really quick. If you're more excited than ever before about what eState has to offer, can you guys drop 777 in the chat for me right now? If you said, look, I was holding back before, but I'm going all the way in, doubling down, triple down, 10x I'm 10xing my effort right now because you just shown us all we needed to know. There you go. I love it, guys. I love it. This is one of the most incredible opportunities I've ever seen. Remember, I told you guys with that. One of the most incredible opportunities that I've laid my eyes on. And this is going to go next level. This is going to go next level. There you go. My name and photo will be up there in 2026. It absolutely will. I'm telling you. Who's that? Chelsea? Chelsea, I agree with you. I stand in agreement. 2026. Chelsea, as a matter of fact, I believe you could do it before 2026. Ooh, I know that's bold. I know that's bold right now. But Chelsea, I believe you can do it before 2026 enters. That's how phenomenal our opportunity is. Hold on, let me pull up a number for. Let me pull up some numbers. I want to encourage you guys a little bit more here, right? I just love to do this. Mine will be next week. That's what I'm talking about, G-Boss. G-Boss said mine will be next week. There you go. I got a new TikTok page going strong. That's what I'm talking about here. Guys, I want to tell you guys, we now have in the last 7 days have done almost 100 real estate deals in our organization, not in the company. In our organization alone, 100 real estate deals completed in the last 7 days. In the last 7 days. This is phenomenal. Right? We'll hit more than 1,000. We'll hit more than 1,000 real estate deals before the end of the year. 1,000. It may be before that. It may be before the end of the week, the way you guys are doing it. The way you guys are doing it. We may hit 1,000 before the end of the week. Oh my God. We're already over 1,000 people, 1,000 clients on our personal team. We're at 1,046 clients. Let's go. Recording is coming. Recording is coming. Definitely. We're putting it out there, right? Let's do it. Let's do 2025. I love it. You guys are amazing. Quick question. G-Boss, you had a question. I can't do a long question and answer session because I got to get off to get on to a 10:30, right? But G-Boss, if you had a question, I'm going to unmute for you. I know you said questions. So let me ask you to unmute. G-Boss, did you have a question for us today?
Yes, can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
All right, sorry to interrupt. I have somebody on the call that sent me two quick questions, and she was just wondering if, like, for example, I think you went over this, but I think she was asking the question, do we have to rebuy at the end of the term? If so, how much and what's the process? And her second question is, would we have access to the property we purchased, like if we were vacationing in the area, can we be able to rent our own properties?
Those are great questions, and I'm glad that they came up. Here is what we have here. So, with the first question, do you have to go back and repurchase? No, this is a long-term asset that you're actually purchasing here, right? So as long as that property is in the portfolio, you're going to continue to earn off of that. You don't have to go in and repurchase. Now, if you want, what we do is we show you strategies where you can repurchase, where you can use your profits to repurchase more shares of property that can increase your passive income. Now, so that's an optional thing. You don't have to, but we can show you a strategy where you can use your profits that you're earning on a daily basis to repurchase more shares of property that increase your passive income. So that's one thing. But also, that next question, can you stay in the properties, right? What all you have to do is submit a request to corporate. Our properties are booked out most of the time. So I want to put this out. Don't flood corporate with requests, right? If you're going to an area and you want to do it, send a request to corporate, and what corporate will do is they will let you know if it's available or not, and help you arrange that. They will do that, right? But what we do, here's what I tell people all the time. I want this thing out there making money for me, right? I want it to stay fully occupied, booked, and which our properties most of the time are. They're fully occupied and booked. So we want to do that, right? So that's good. Yep, I got you. I got you, Bangberry. I'll make sure I got you. I think I got you on Telegram. So I'll send it to you on Telegram. I'll make sure you get that. Awesome. Those are great questions though, G-Boss. Hopefully that helps them and gets things sorted. Last question. I'm gonna let Freedom ask the last question here. Freedom, you should have the ability to unmute right now if you have a question.
Yes, hi.
Hello.
How are you today?
I am incredible. How about you?
I'm pretty good. I have a question where I wanted to know, let's say for instance, because I know you guys are adding properties to your list. Are we able to go out and prospect and see if people want to put their house on the what is it called? E-Gate. What is it called again? Please forgive me.
The e-estate platform?
Yes,
Absolutely.
the
So
E-Estate
that is a
platform.
great
How does
question. That's a great question. So I'll walk you through that, right? So now I wouldn't necessarily. It's not necessarily beneficial for you to go prospect for this, right? As far as putting properties on there, but if you do come across somebody who wants to put their property on the estate, they want to submit it to estate to see if it would fit their income model. Here's where you go, right? If you go to the bottom of our website, estate.co. If you go to the bottom of the website right here, there's a part that says sellers here, right here. So when you click on this sellers, and I'm going to drop this in the chat so you guys will have this. It goes to sellers where they can submit their property for evaluation by eState. So eState will evaluate the property to see if it's a good tokenized property to add to our platform. So the company makes those decisions. They do the evaluation on the property, but that is available. It's right on our website. And I dropped that link in the chat for you right now. So if you need to share that with someone, okay? I think you couldn't unmute. I think you muted yourself, so you couldn't unmute. But did that answer your question there for you, Freedom?
Yes, that's what I was asking. But I guess the other part of that is, do we or would we receive any type of compensation, or no? It's just we're just referring.
Now, right now, I don't know of anything that's built that's built in for that right now. Now, when you submit that to the company, if they do decide to do a deal with them, they may offer something like that. But you can actually reach out to the company once they do that. Just let them know that you referred someone, and then they can let you know about it. Right now, it's nothing built into that. But if you actually are the person, they may compensate you some way for that. So I just wanted to say that. So hopefully that helped for you there, Freedom. But that was a great question to ask there because probably a lot of people wanted to know about that. Awesome, awesome. She says she's good. So incredible, incredible. So yeah, this is powerful right here. This information. Reggie said, "Say what? Wow!" Right. So you can't have them come. They can actually submit. This is a step-by-step guide right here for the property assessment. So everything that we are thinking about right here with eState, they've already thought of. They got it laid out on our platform, and I'm telling you guys, this opportunity continues to get better and better. All right. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Reggie, I'm gonna give you 30 seconds because I gotta jump off here. But let me give me 1 second here. Let's see. Hold on, it's not letting me. Oh, you under your real. I looked under Reggie, and it's Reginald that you're under right now. All right, there you go, Reggie. You should be able
Okay,
to.
look, y'all, real talk, real quick, y'all. Good morning, everybody. Thank you, Anthony, for this presentation. But my brother, you just put the icing on the cake because it's always been said, documentation beats conversation. Just by these extra slides of information that we can now share, this is going to be the game changer right here. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want everybody, including me, bro, I'm over here, man. You got to peel me off the ceiling right now. Lisa was in the back room and she said, dude, she come up here, you all right? I said, yo, ESA just changed the game for real. All right. So I just want to say that God bless you guys. Anthony, again, thank you all. For all of us agents in ESA right now, take this and run with this. This is the prayer that our prayers have been answered. Now go build your empires. With that being said, Mr. Reggie is out.
Incredible. Y'all hear the passion, right? Y'all hear the passion on that, right? Absolutely. We're gonna get that out. We're gonna get this disseminated to everybody. I'm gonna work on editing this, get it edited down so we can get it posted and everything. So you can share this with people, right? And we'll definitely drop the PDF and everything. So everybody can have this, right? So guys, we're gonna get that information out to you. Thank you guys for being on. I hope you hear my heart and my passion with this, right? More than anything else. That's what I hope and I desire for you guys to get this. I do this this is actually an act of love for me, right? And wanting to help people succeed. So thank you guys for being on. Until the next presentation, you know how I end this, right? We love and care about each and every one of you. And I definitely want to see all of you all win. Until the next presentation, be back at 3 p.m. for Brandon Ivy, where he's going to rock it. Brandon Ivy is going to rock the crypto education. So be on here for that. And we'll see you guys on there. But you guys be blessed. Have an incredible day. Love you guys. We're out.